Hello, guys. I want to take today's episode to speak into what's been going on in the world. Now, before you're like, I'm so done, I don't want to hear a single thing more about what's going on in the world right now, let me start right here. I will not be spitting facts at you. I will not be talking to you guys about what's happening on social media. You get enough of that when we're scrolling absentmindedly all day. Don't lie, I know I'm not the only one. If you're lost, feeling low, if it feels like you got nowhere to go, take a breath, look and see that there's still so much that you can be. If in need, I'm around, we will pick your feet up off the ground, and we'll turn it around. Welcome to the Captivating Creatives Podcast. This is a podcast for an actor, singer, dancer, creative artist of any kind. We'll be taking one deep stage dive into personal development for creatives with interviews, intention setting, getting yourself motivated, and so much more. Ready? Go. What I'm going to speak into today is how we can really be cautious about our focus, how we can still use this time to work towards our goals, and to be honest, how we can use this time to relax, reconnect, and be really mindful about our next steps ahead. Because here's the deal, guys, and this is something that I have really done a lot of work to train my mind to, is remembering that there's going to be an end. Here's what I mean by that. Obviously, there's going to be an end. This too shall pass. We're starting to see some places overseas that are starting to lift the staying at home ban, so we know that there's hope. But there's been some moments where fear or anxiety have taken over my brain and dislodged the fact that there's an end. And it almost feels like this is a forever state. And I want to speak into that for a second, because there have been moments where I have to sit down at my desk and write out what life is going to be like after this. Maybe it's 3 weeks, maybe it's 3 months. I'm really proactive about training my brain to remember that this is not the end all be all. This is not the new norm. And I've caught myself saying that a few times. It's like, okay, I got to get ready. This is our new norm for a while. This is the new norm. This is the new norm. But the more I say that, the more my brain's like, oh, okay, normal. Normal is a forever state. And it has this presupposition of it just is like that for forever. And that is not how this is going to work, obviously. But there are those little unconscious thoughts that make us think, oh, hey, you staying at home, staring at your wall, staring at your phone. I don't know about you guys, but my screen time, my phone shares with me like my screen time recap for the week. Oh my God, I wanted to throw my phone against a wall. I was like, this is so sad how high this is. But we've spent this first week and a half, and especially now it feels like shit's really hit the fan, and it's starting to sink in that like this is going to be this for a second. But what is really cool is that this has connected us all over the world. Everyone in the world is feeling the same feelings right now. And that's really interesting. It's really different. And this is going to be something that I know I'm going to look back on 10 years from now and be like, wow, look at what happened. That was something we lived through. We can do anything. So I guess end all be all of this story is just remember to take some time out of your day to focus on life after this. One of my good friends who I've connected with over social media, he phrased it perfectly. He said, the firsts after this are going to be a celebration beyond anything. Imagine the restaurants, imagine going out to eat with your friends or your family after this, or imagine getting on a plane after this, imagine going to a sports game, imagine going to an audition after this. It is all going to feel so good because we now know that we can't take that stuff for granted. I hate to share it in this kind of light, but you guys, we've been taking all of that for granted. We've been taking going to restaurants. We've been taking going on the subway or the CTA if you're in Chicago, or I mean, shoot, going on a plane and going home. So many of my friends were able to get out before it got super crazy. And there was a part of me that was like, I wish I would have gone to Colorado. I wish I would have gotten out before it was crazy. But it's like, I can't take that for granted anymore. And it's a wake up call. If anything, I'm appreciative over what's happening because it is a wake up call of gratitude that we all needed to get slapped in the face with. I'm sorry. I'm not happy that this is happening in the world. I'm not thrilled with the destruction and the fear and the panic that's happening in the world, but there's a shift. You can feel it. I know you can. There's a shift of focus that people are realizing what's important now. And that's beautiful. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm choosing to really focus and lean my energy into that. And that'll actually bring me to my first topic of today, which is keeping our focus really strong during this time. Now, I say strong, not like you have to be working towards this every single day, taking 30 minutes to write out and be really intentional. I'm not saying it like that. You can if you want to, but this is a time when it's just a recheck. And your focus just needs to have that, it's going to have that waver, guys. I'll share with you a story. Last Wednesday, I had the day of all days. I was so excited. I felt like so productive. I planned out my whole week. I recorded videos. I did stuff for my day jobs. I poured my heart and soul, and I was like, I can do this. This feels normal. I feel great, blah, blah, blah. And then Thursday happened. And before it was 9 o'clock, I had already had a panic attack. So you guys, this is not the time to think, okay, one day, toss, we're done. I'm good for the rest of this time. My mindset's strong. This is going to be something we have to work towards every day, but it doesn't have to be this like crazy amount of work, like you're pouring your heart and soul into this. This can just be a quick little reminder every day of what am I choosing to focus on? I know I've talked about this with my morning routine, but every single morning I write down a result I'm wanting to create for the day. This is just another way of getting my focus in check. And sometimes my result is like it encompasses like 20 tasks and it makes me feel so excited and it makes me feel really productive. And sometimes my result is breathe and stay present today. Literally on Thursday, that was my result. So do you know what I did? Instead of pushing myself and trying to do a bunch of work that made me feel extremely scared, I decided to draw a bath. I popped in Harry Potter and I listened and laid in the bath for like 2 hours. Sometimes we just have to do what needs to happen in those moments. I saw a perfect quote on Instagram that was like, you don't need to make the most of this global pandemic. And that actually brings me to my next thing. Stay off social media. And here's why. It's not for the reasons you think, because yes, obviously, like there is a lot more fear, there's a lot more anxiety, there's a lot more triggering points on social media right now. But here's what I mean. On social media, you're going to go on there and see people creating and see people doing all these amazing things and seeing people pouring their heart and soul and like quote unquote, making the most out of this pandemic. And that can be a trigger point for you as well. You do not need to use this time to write the next great American novel. You do not need to use this time to get in the strongest shape of your entire life. Now, don't get me wrong. I think your goals are important, and I think there's a balancing act to this where it's like, don't use this time to just go numb and just wait until it's over. I think there's a balancing act of there's numbness and just watching TV over and over and over again, and then there's pushing forward and not using this time to rest. What the universe, what's happening in the world is obviously screaming at all of us to do is to just take some time to rest and relax and get back into our real purpose. So the reason I'm saying is to stay off social media is because you're going to go on there and if you're anything like me, you're going to feel an immense amount of weight and guilt that you're not writing the best American novel. You're not showing up and singing every day. You're not selling or whatever it is that you do. But it's like you can't judge your current state by someone else's at the same time. We're all going through the same thing, yes, but we're all handling it in different ways. So please, please, please set boundaries for yourself. Boundaries have never been more important than they are in this moment. I will say this. Something that I've had to really intentionally do is set boundaries for myself of time to listen to personal development, because I'm always someone who's absorbing it and stuff like that, but I have to be in the right state of mind in order to do so. And to be honest, I haven't been. I'm going to be super real with you guys. I wish I could hop on here and tell you that I've been happy-go-lucky. I've been pushing myself every day to be better than I was the day before. But if I'm being honest, I have used this time to reflect, to sit back, to let myself feel, underline that, to let myself feel, and to just take this one day at a time. Now, that has looked like not consuming personal development consistently like I have been. Doesn't mean I'm not striving to be better every single day. I'm striving to be better in a very different way, though. Previous to this pandemic, to staying at home, I would have been trying to achieve a goal every single day to be better in an area of health or an area of business or an area of knowledge every single day. Instead, my goal is to feel more at peace every single day. And that's a huge difference. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes that looks like consuming personal development. Sometimes that looks like going on a 7-mile run. And sometimes that looks like sitting in the bathtub and listening to Harry Potter. Do you understand? I want you guys to, the point of this podcast episode is to let yourself be okay with relaxing, taking some time off, being a whole person, and allowing yourself to breathe into this moment. There's obviously been a huge push for being in the present moment. It is extremely hard for us in today's society to do this. We're always consistently distracted. I don't know if you guys are the same way. I have the hardest time sitting down and reading a book. I have to listen to audiobooks because I have to, my mind just doesn't sit and read. And it's like we have been so trained with technology, with this day and age of moving so fast, to not be present. That's why I think obviously meditation is extremely important. I mean, we devoted a whole podcast episode last time to meditation. Like meditation right now, I think is so important. And honestly, that ties back into why keeping your focus is so important right now, because being in the present moment, you can't have fear. You can't have, because fear, anxiety, those all live in the future. Being in the present moment, living into gratitude, that is just hand in hand the best thing you can do to keep your focus strong right now. And it's not like, again, this is not something you have to work on for 5-6 hours a day. Be nice to yourself. Let yourself just explore. Let yourself start something new right now. There's never been a better time to start a hobby that you've always been thinking of. Do you feel what I mean, guys? You don't have to use this time to perfect something huge and like always like, you don't have to, I keep on saying this, you don't have to use this time to write the next great American novel. Use this time to fail. Use this time to try something new, feel it out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no harm done. Use this time to explore, be creative, and relax. Oh my God, please relax. Use this time to breathe and be present. And there's one more topic. This is going to be a short episode, but there's one more topic I just wanted to hit on real quick. And that is you can still use this time to achieve your goals. I will tell you this. I've been offering up free coaching, which I'll plug at the end, but someone, and actually a few people have been reaching out to me about this issue. And it's like, I feel like I have so many goals and I want to do so many things during this time. I get overwhelmed and then I don't do anything. Same rules still apply when it comes to achieving goals, guys. And that is you can only work on one goal at a time, period. Global pandemic aside, you can only work on one goal at a time. So use this time to get clear on which goal you're wanting to achieve. And it doesn't have to be a big goal. It can be something really small. It can be something medium. It can be something that you've always thought of, but you just never got around to. Whatever that looks like, I'll tell you this. One of my goals, and I've shared this multiple times on here, but one of my goals is to run a half marathon. I'm going to be real with you guys, and this breaks my heart, but odds are my half marathon is probably going to get canceled. That hurts. I've been working towards this since October, and it hurts to say out loud. However, I'm still running 3 to 4 times a week. I'm still training as if it's happening because that is still a goal of mine. And whether the half marathon happens or not, I am still running 13.2 miles on May 17th, period. No matter what. So I feel you wanting to achieve all of the goals, and again, this goes back to social media. Really put up a break, guys, because a lot of people were saying, I feel like I'm not doing anything and everyone else is doing so many things right now. First of all, don't compare someone's highlight reel to your medium or your current state of realities, because let's be real, they probably filmed that 6 or 7 times and it's all a bunch of different people doing that stuff right now, but you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. So stop telling yourself that little lie that everyone is doing something and you're just sitting on the couch. Like, stop. Be kind to yourself. If anything, this is the time to learn that lesson. Is you are the person, you guys, during quarantine, I don't know if you're experiencing this, whether you live with a partner, whether you live with roommates, whether you live by yourself, but you've got your own thoughts. You are stuck with your own thoughts from now until the end of your days. So you can let those thoughts beat yourself up. You can let those thoughts control your every move. You can let those thoughts just drive you into the ground until you're a pulp. Or you can let those thoughts empower you. You can let those thoughts relax you. You can let those thoughts make you feel like a whole human again. And I know this sounds really dramatic and honestly kind of vague, but I hope this speaks into what you're experiencing right now, because a lot of us are looking on social media and it's a mix of panic, fear, I'm so afraid, I'm so afraid, I'm so afraid, this is happening, this person's on lockdown, yada, yada, yada. And this person who's posting 17 videos, and that person who's posting them learning guitar and they're already like fucking Axl Rose. Like, you know what I mean? But like, there's so much happening on social media now more than literally ever. So protect your energy and let yourself just be. Just let yourself be. You are stuck with your thoughts from now until the end of your days. It's time to enjoy them. And this is the perfect time to realize how to do that. So I know today's episode was really short and sweet, but I hope you guys are experiencing some joy, some gratitude in all of this. I know that there's definitely a mix of feelings in the air, and I want to tell you right here and now, that's okay. If one day you're on top of the world and one day you're crying into your pillow, will you please just let yourself be okay and let yourself say, you know what? I am fine right now. This is okay. I'm allowed to feel these feelings. I'm going to speak into the empaths and the light workers of the world, whether you believe in the woo-woo or not. But my fellow empaths, speaking from being an empath who is learning how to put up a front and learning how to not take over everyone else's terrifying energy right now. Please, 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 the best thing you can do is take care of yourself right now. Eat the freaking healthy food. Drink the stupid water. Take a bath for 2 hours and listen to Harry Potter for the first time. You guys, I'm on book 6, and let me tell you, how have I never listened to these or read these before? But please just take care of yourself. And I want to hear from you. What are the things you're doing to take care of yourself? So please, please, please reach out to me on Instagram at Life Coach Baker and tell me what it is you're doing to take care of yourself. And remember, protect yourself from the social media. You can consume very specific people's Instagram accounts right now. I have my accounts very much on lock right now. I'm not scrolling. I am not flipping through. I am being very, very cautious on what I'm consuming. And I really, 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 really underline want you guys and encourage you all to do the same, because it's a totally different feeling. It's so true. And you guys, I will remind you all, I am doing free coaching right now. Literally no strings attached. I'm pouring my heart and soul into you all, and I want you to get in on this because the world needs giving and contribution right now. I literally, no strings attached. Please utilize this. So if you are wanting free coaching, all you need to do is reach out to me on Instagram. We're going to do like little voice memo coaching here and there, back and forth. And I just want you guys to feel supported and feel loved and feel like you can still be a whole human even when this is happening in the world. So I hope this episode helped you guys out a little bit. And if you have any questions, let me know. But I adore you all. I hope you all are staying safe, staying loved, staying joyful. And I will talk to you guys super, super soon. Bye. You guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend, share it on social, scream it from the mountaintops, rate her 5 stars, whatever floats your boat. But it really does help get the word out there. Also, if you're wanting more daily mindset tips, follow me on Instagram at Life Coach Baker and join the Facebook group Captivating Creatives, where we do a bunch of worksheets, live trainings, all for free. Also, major shout out to Cooper Baldwin, who wrote, composed, mixed everything a human can do for music for this show. Check him out at cooperbaldwinmusic.com. Thanks, Cooper. You're amazing. You guys have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.